Small minds, obsessed with people, are trapped in the gravitational pull of who said what. They chew over how someone treated them, the betrayal of someone they loved, or the perceived criticism of a stranger. The world of people offers drama and immediate gratification, the perfect candy for a restless mind. Their minds become a gallery of grudges and regrets, all interactions analyzed for fault and opportunity. Average minds shift one level up. They contemplate events. They notice patterns in society, historical sequences, and the choreography of human action. Wars, elections, market fluctuations, cultural trends. All are canvases to observe, analyze, and occasionally predict. They connect cause and effect, but rarely abstract beyond the material. Average minds grasp complexity, but rarely wrestle with the underlying architecture of thought, morality, or truth. Great minds dwell in ideas, and here the scale shifts big time. Ideas are abstractions, frameworks, and universes of possibility. They concern themselves with ethics, philosophy, science, metaphysics, and the subtle structures that shape existence. They need nobody and everybody needs them. Shakespeare created moral universes that transcended the petty squabbles of Elizabethan courts. Deep thinkers inhabit the territory of what could be, of principles and archetypes, of the invisible machinery underlying events and people alike. Deep thinkers do not linger in this swamp of personal grievance. They ascend to abstraction, turning the lens inward and upward, contemplating forces larger than a single slight or a misremembered conversation. The insult becomes a meditation on the nature of intention. The slight evolves into a question about morality's structure, and the missed opportunity for words transforms into a reflection on language itself, its power, its fragility, its infinite slippage. Where ordinary minds see interpersonal irritants, deep thinkers see patterns, archetypes, and philosophical consequences. They ponder not just, why did she snub me? But what does snubbing reveal about the architecture of human attention, pride, and desire? They ask not, how could they hurt me? But what invisible currents of culture, history, and biology shape their action? Interactions for them are a miniature universe of cause and effect, of meaning and illusion, of ethics and folly. They map human behavior like constellations, tracing lines between actions, intentions, and consequences across time and space, seeing echoes and parallels invisible to the ordinary mind. Deep thinkers are the humans who exist on a different frequency, a strange hum of contemplation that most of the world hears only as awkward silence, or the sound of someone staring at a ceiling for hours. They are the ones who wrestle with thoughts the size of entire civilizations before breakfast, who sip tea while mentally simulating the collapse of empires. Oscar Wilde quipped, "I am so clever that sometimes I don't understand a single word of what I am saying." That is deep thinking, an inward spiral where clarity and confusion perform a perpetual waltz. The psychology of deep thinkers thrives on paradox. They savor complexity, like Borges wandering labyrinths of infinite mirrors, each reflection a thought within a thought. They are simultaneously engaged and disengaged, able to operate in daily life while observing it from a metaphysical balcony. They value solitude, not as loneliness, but as a crucible for reflection. To interrupt a deep thinker is to throw a pebble into a storm. They will eventually notice the ripple long after the pebble has dissolved into memory. Mark Twain, whose words sliced through pretense, declared, "Against the assault of laughter nothing can stand." The deep thinker laughs at obviousness, mocks social theater, and uncovers hidden ironies in the mundane. Observers often mistake them for cynics. In truth, they are relentless cartographers of thought, mapping landscapes invisible to casual consciousness. Emotion is never simple. A deep thinker's joys are savored like rare wines. Their sorrows are excavated and catalogued. They experience empathy as a multi-dimensional spectrum, registering emotional vibrations most people never detect. Deep thinking is a lifestyle, not a pastime. It requires a relentless curiosity that devours everything from the trivial to the cosmic, and emerges with insights that often terrify, enchant, or amuse. These are the minds that stare into the abyss, note its poetry, and then write footnotes to themselves. The deep thinker is a human paradox, alive to everything, yet suspended in observation, laughing at absurdity, crying at nuance, endlessly turning the kaleidoscope of thought to find new patterns in the old, as if reality itself were a text to annotate. The world misunderstands deep thinkers because they refuse the currency of triviality. While most people wage endless wars over who said what, or which seat at the table is theirs by right, deep thinkers watch these skirmishes with detached bemusement, often refusing to participate at all. Society expects engagement on its terms: small talk, petty envy, status jockeying, subtle insults. But deep thinkers operate on a different ledger entirely, one that measures thought, consequence, and pattern instead of points in social maneuvering. This gap in comprehension produces friction. People misinterpret intelligence for coldness, observation for indifference, reflection for judgment. Virginia Woolf's Clarissa Dalloway operates on a plane of emotional and temporal sensitivity the surrounding characters cannot access. The world punishes the refusal to play by its rules, rewarding conformity and punishing insight. Deep thinkers exist in parallel. They navigate and calculate with invisible tools, a mental game the world does not recognize. They are not aloof for caprice. They are simply uninvested in microdramas. Misunderstanding is inevitable because most of humanity measures presence by participation in trivial battles. Deep thinkers measure it by insight. Deep thinkers are doomed because the world is allergic to truths too large, too precise, or too uncomfortable to fit the cozy illusions of ordinary life. Society thrives on distraction, on negotiated illusions, on the carefully curated, acceptable narratives of who is right, who is wrong, who is owed what. Nobody wants to hear the truth because truth demands effort and discomfort. The average human prefers a narrative where they are justified, heroic, or at least comfortably oblivious. Deep thinkers, in contrast, reveal the machinery behind appearances. The deep thinker's doom is both external and internal. Externally, society recoils, labeling them arrogant. Internally, awareness of universal patterns and uncomfortable truths creates tension between intellect and belonging. Small minds, obsessed with people, are trapped in the gravitational pull of who said what. They chew over how someone treated them, the betrayal of someone they loved, or the perceived criticism of a stranger. The world of people offers drama and immediate gratification, the perfect candy for a restless mind. Their minds become a gallery of grudges and regrets, all interactions analyzed for fault and opportunity. People are illogical, unreasonable, and self-centered. Love them anyway. If you do good, people will accuse you of selfish, ulterior motives. Do good anyway. The good you do today will be forgotten tomorrow. Do good anyway. Honesty and frankness make you vulnerable. Be honest and frank anyway. The biggest men and women with the biggest ideas can be shot down by the smallest men and women with the smallest minds. Think big anyway. People favor underdogs but follow only top dogs. Fight for a few underdogs anyway. People really need help but may attack you if you do help them. Help people anyway. Give the world the best you have and you'll get kicked in the teeth. Give the world the best you have anyway.